Welcome back to another episode of Combating Cancer. I'm your host, Gwen Kelly. And if you're a first-time listener, hi, I'm so glad you're here. A little background information about me is that I was diagnosed with stage 3 astrocytoma brain cancer at 19. And the reason I created this platform is simple, because cancer is a devastating disease and no one should have to go through it alone. This is a space for those in active treatment, in remission, or grieving the loss of a loved one to come together, share stories, and feel seen. I'm going to be very honest with all of you guys today. Today's episode didn't go as planned. I've tried to record multiple versions of it. I thought I'd talk about physical fitness, community support, or even what diets might help during chemotherapy, but nothing felt right. This week has been really hard for me. For those of you who know me personally, you know I live my life 90 days at a time because that's how often I have to get brain scans to see if there's any tumor progression. And my next scans are coming up on Tuesday, September 9th, and I'm struggling. I'm really, really struggling. And it's hard to admit this, especially on a public platform, to people I don't know or some people that I know kind of, or even my loved ones. But I've been feeling stuck, almost paralyzed by the looming unknown, and I know I still have responsibilities. I still need to work. I need to record some episodes, be present, but I feel frozen in place, caught in this in-between space of waiting. I've talked about this before in an episode called Scanxiety, and if you've ever experienced that creeping anxiety that builds before a big scan or a doctor's appointment, I encourage you to go listen because this fear, it's real, and this time around, it feels even heavier. I've always had a bit of a pessimistic streak, and honestly, sometimes I find myself waiting for the other shoe to drop. And life has been really good lately. I'm so thankful. My family is amazing. My friends are so supportive. I have a great boyfriend, and I am just surrounded by the best people, and I feel so loved. And instead of enjoying it fully, part of me starts spiraling that, things are too good, which must mean the cancer is coming back. And I know that sounds irrational. I even say it out loud, and I think, Gwen, that is just so ridiculous. But here's the thing, that's what this disease does. It messes with your sense of safety. It teaches you to brace for impact, even when everything is calm, when there's nothing going wrong in your life. And sometimes I sit back and I wonder, am I being ungrateful? I know there are so many people who would give anything to be in my position to have made it this far, to still be here. And yet I'm angry and I'm tired because I'm not sleeping, and I'm anxious because I don't know what the results are going to be. And then I feel guilty for feeling that way, for feeling that fear. And that guilt is part of what we call survivor's guilt. And it's something I've wrestled with a lot. I've heard so many heartbreaking stories from others in this community. And then I catch myself thinking, why am I the one who made it through? And it's a heavy feeling, and one I know that I'm not alone in. I do all the things I'm supposed to do. I go to therapy. I use my coping strategies. I try to stay grounded, but none of that erases the fear of the unknown. And what's hardest about Scan Week is how exposed it makes you feel, physically, emotionally, spiritually, sitting in that cold waiting room, stripped of everything but a gown, trying not to read too much into the technician's facial expressions, wondering if they saw something, wondering if they know something. It's a mental spiral that so many of us know too well. And I know I sound like a little bit of a Debbie Downer today. I'm very aware. But I really wanted to come on here and be honest because I believe in being real with the community and all of my listeners on here. And if I'm feeling this way, someone else out there probably is too. And I just want you to know that you're not alone, even when you may feel like you're alone. Scanxiety looks different for everyone. I've spoken to some people who don't get anxious at all. They go in once a year and that's that. And others, like me, they feel like they're barely functioning in the days leading up to it. They're grouchy, miserable, on edge, and almost like a shell of themselves, where I would be completely fine just laying in bed for the weeks to come before my scans. But that's not life. Life keeps moving, and it's frustrating. Every single time I walk into the doctor's office, I hope they'll say, "Hey, Gwen, you're doing so well. Let's push your scans to every 6 months." But they don't. And so I keep living in 90-day increments. And still, despite everything I'm feeling, Despite the anger, the fear, and the guilt, I do know this, that whatever the results are on September 9th, I will get through it. I've done it before and I'll do it again. And I do always say this, that nothing can be worse than finding out you have cancer for the first time. And that gives me some peace even in the midst of all the chaos. And so if you're listening and you were late, whether your scans are every 90 days, 6 months, or once a year, please know that your feelings are valid. The fear, the dread, the spiral, the hope, all of it. I don't know if I'll ever be 100% at peace walking into my scans, but I know I'm not alone. And neither are you. I'll be posting about my results on September 9th, and I appreciate all the love, the support, and the prayers in advance. And if you want to reach out, whether you have a story to share, a topic suggestion that you would like me to cover, or just need someone to talk to, my DMs are always open. So thank you for listening. And as always, if you or someone you know want to come on the podcast, or if you're interested in sponsorship opportunities, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'll talk to you all next Wednesday. Take care.